So much for coming out tonight for our closing performance of Wake Me at Midnight by Joe Simonelli. Next month we have Old Ringers, another comedy by Joe Simonelli. And in July we are doing a musical review called The Stars of Our Lives. It's going to feature all of the iconic performers that you can think of from the 20th and the 21st century. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Housekeeping rules. So, cell phones, please turn them on silent, vibrate, or even better, off. They will distract the actors, and they don't need any more distractions. They're already distracted enough. And it might wake up the person next to you. Bathrooms. Underneath the exit sign, we have a hallway with 2 unisex bathrooms. But please, only one sex at a time. Emergency exits. The door that you came in also functions as a way out. Who knew? So the emergency exit as well, where you can find the bathrooms, you can go all the way down the hallway, and through the back of the theater there is an exit. If you're nice enough to the actors, they might hold the door open for you. Smoking. You must smoke at least 15 feet away from any building outdoors, and that puts you right in the middle of First Avenue. That would make smoking very hazardous to your health. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Any donation is appreciated. We have not seen a donation too small, and of course not one too big. If you'd like to find out more about what we're doing here, you can join our mailing list over on the counter where you retrieved your cake. There is a book you can put your information in, they'll email you, or you can check out our Facebook page or our Instagram page or our website, which is firstavenueplayhouse.org. Yes, I got it, finally. And if you like what you see, you can leave us a nice review on TripAdvisor or Yelp. I think that's everything.
You got it.
All right. Well, sit back, relax, laugh. This is one of the funniest shows I think I've ever done. It is hysterical. So please laugh and enjoy Wake Me at Midnight.
Down here, babe, through that door.
I cannot believe we are at a funeral home at this time of the night. It's a little creepy. Where is everyone headed?
They'll be here. What time you got?
Where's your watch?
You know my ex-wife got that in a divorce settlement.
And she deserved it after putting up with you for 20 years. I'm talking about the watch I gave you for your birthday last month. Oh no, don't tell me.
What?
You hacked it, didn't you?
Come on, Molly, would I do that?
You would have your underwear if anyone would take it. First you have that beautiful tennis bracelet you gave me, then the watch I bought you. The card game again, right?
No, it was not the card game
Come on,
again.
where's the pawn ticket? Let's have it.
I can't. I gave it a Carmine.
Carmine? The loan shark? Why the hell would you do that?
Why? Why do you think? It's my prom date? I owed him money. He needed some security, so I told him to take the watch.
Nice. Real nice. You know, I don't even know why I'm with you. You gamble all the time, you're always broke, you're old enough to be my father.
Must be my boyish charm.
Or perhaps it's because I'm an erotic, aspiring actress and you're a borderline psychotic playwright.
Nah, I still think it's the boyish charm.
You know, you should get your uncle out of that closet and upstairs and get it ready for you, because the way you're going, you're going to be next.
Carmine wouldn't hurt me. We grew up together. It's in my card game.
Oh, I'm not talking about Carmine killing you. 10 minutes to 10. Why anyone would request that their wake begin at 10 p.m. and end at midnight is beyond me. I mean, who was her Uncle Count Dracula?
Uncle Joey was a bit eccentric. A real practical joker. You couldn't take anything he said seriously. He used to come to my shows and tell all the actresses he was a Broadway producer.
Well, yeah, well, it must run in the family, Ted. Remember when you promised me a part in your next play?
Can't hold me to that. I promise everybody a part in my plays. Did you take the acting lessons like I told you?
Not yet.
And you expect me to cast a novice actress just because she's young and attractive?
It never stopped you before.
That's besides the point. You need to get experience first.
How can I get experience if you won't cast me in anything?
How can I cast you when you can't act?
Half the women in your place can't act.
That's okay. They're good at other things.
Ow!
Oh, not that. Like, one of them does my PR work for free. One of them works for a printer and gets me a discount on the programs. It's a collaborative effort. Homeless women, kids.
Oh yeah? Well, which one is currently sleeping with you, Buster? There's a new slant on the casting couch. Who can get me stuff for free, couch?
Yeah, well, whatever it takes to get the show on.
Ugh! Ugh, you're making me so nervous, I have to chance. Universe.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm chanting.
Would you cut that out? You can't chant in here. It's a funeral home.
Who's gonna hear me? I must release the negative vibrations that surround me by tapping into the universal knowledge of the cosmos.
Unbelievable. It's 2014 and I wound up with a refugee from Woodstock.
Do you know that both my parents were kids during Woodstock? I was conceived 18 years later to the day at a Woodstock reunion party in the woods.
Oh my God, I'm old.
You sure are. Good thing for you, I have a father fixation. I'll be right back.
Boing. Hello, Amber? Yeah, it's me again. Is he in? What do you mean he's home sleeping? How can he be home sleeping? It's only 7 p.m. in LA. I know he's in the office. Just tell him it's important. Well, this time tell him it's really important. Yeah, I'll hold.
Mr. Sandy, may I speak with you for a moment?
Just a sec, Mr. Brady. I'm on the phone with my agent in LA. Gee, I always wanted to say that. I'll be upstairs in a minute.
Okay, I just wanted you to know that the viewers are starting to arrive, and you really should be up there with them. Etiquette and protocol, that's our motto here at Brady and Sons.
Don't worry, my uncle won't mind. He's probably trying to draw to an inside straight up in heaven. Which reminds me, you feel like joining a weekly poker game? We just got an opening.
Poker. Interesting. I used to hold a game right here after hours.
Here, in the funeral parlor?
That's right.
You do know poker games are illegal. Why aren't you afraid you'd get caught?
We played somewhere where no one would look.
Why'd you stop the game?
All of the players died.
That's convenient.
And Mr. Sandy, there is the matter of the money you owe.
Yeah. I'll be upstairs in a minute.
Howdy. Hey, Cousin Ted. Good to see you.
Sal, how's it going up there?
Aunt Teresa is hysterical. My baby brother. I can't believe he's gone.
What a drama queen. 60 years of community theater. Yeah, I'm still holding, Amber. Yeah, I'll keep holding, Amber.
Who's that?
I'm on hold with my agent in LA.
Oh, yeah, the place. How's that going for you?
I'll tell you. I just hocked my watch. That's how it's going for me. Can't understand that. I've been with this agent for 5 years, and aside from a few publishing contracts, there's been nothing. No Broadway, no off-Broadway, not even regional theater. And his other client is Nat Shulman, one of the most profitable playwrights in the last 40 years. His 10% of that guy alone is good for millions a year.
So what does he need you for?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but I figured having a top agent who ignores you is better than having a lousy agent who ignores you.
I don't know. They're funny out there in L.A. They think differently. Real mellow. And I was out there on vacation once. I was standing on the Santa Monica Pier one day and I saw 5 people just sitting there watching a seagull trying to break open an oyster.
Really? Maybe it was an acting exercise. You know, they're a little wacky out there.
That was me.
Yeah.
Joey! Joey, get out of that box. I'll make you macaroni. Oh, good night, sweet prince. Oh, my baby brother, my baby brother.
See what I mean?
She never could stop overacting, you know.
Oh, hi, Molly. Hey, if you ever get tired of this guy, you want to give me a shot, huh?
No thanks, Sal. One degenerate gambling boyfriend is enough for me.
Hey, what the hell is she doing?
She's releasing the negative vibrations that surround her by tapping into the universal knowledge of the cosmos.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that in California, too. Some kind of foreplay, right?
Oh, Joey, my baby brother. I can't believe he's gone.
It's okay, Aunt Teresa, it's okay. Uncle Joey's at peace now.
Oh, Teddy, he was so young. So young he went. Oh, Sally, he was so young.
Uncle Joey was 78, Aunt Teresa. I mean, after all.
In the prime of his life. Longevity runs in our family, you know. Your grandmother, God rest her soul, died 2 years ago at 101. Oh, if she had lived to see her boy, her little Joey, lying in that box up there.
It's okay, Aunt Teresa. It's okay. Molly, you mind helping Aunt Teresa to the ladies' room, please?
Teddy, who is this girl?
Oh, this is my girlfriend, Molly.
Another girlfriend? What happened to the other one that I just met at the last funeral?
What other one? What funeral, Ted?
Carrie, I told you about her. The last funeral was like a year ago.
You told me you broke up with her 2 years ago.
What do you want from me? She can't demand her respects.
That's Carrie, the Irish girl, that's the one. I don't know what it is with you and the Irish girls. All the time, the Irish girls. You know what, your grandmother, God rest her soul, thought of the Irish girls. Always drinking, never cooking.
Don't worry. I know how to cook, Aunt Teresa. And by the way, Molly is Irish.
Oh, no offense, dear. My late husband, Henry, was half Irish. God rest his soul. And he was a beautiful man. Wasn't he a beautiful man?
Oh, that's
And
great
funny.
about that. Oh, Larry.
No offense taken, Aunt Teresa.
But Teddy, she's so young.
Yeah, I know.
What are you, crazy? You want to end up with a heart attack like your Uncle Joey? Oh, I can't believe. Poor Uncle Joey, poor brother, he can't believe he died right there in the arms of that putana. I told him to stop with the women. All the time with the women. 3, 4 at a time, ever since he's a kid.
What was he, Superman?
Not at the same time. He juggled them. Just like somebody else I know. No wonder he's dead. So dizzy. The vapors are upon me. Get up and let an old lady sit down.
Molly, do you mind helping Aunt Teresa to the ladies' room before she goes into the death scene from Romeo and Juliet? Tommy, where you been? It was late. The card games, my plays, now Uncle Joey's funeral.
Your brother's right, Tommy.
Oh, hello, Chuck. Hey, thanks for taking my call.
He has to talk to his agent at his own uncle's funeral.
So, how are things in LA? 72 and sunny. That's great. Besides the weather, how are things? Anything cooking? No, huh? Did the Santa Monica Theater get back to you yet? Not yet, huh? Why, is there anything going on? How about New York? Yeah, I know you're in LA, but you also represent Nat Schulman, the darling of Broadway. You must know somebody in New York. I mean, it doesn't work that way. Then how the hell does it work then? Shh. I mean, we're together 5 years and I'm no further along than I was without you. Yeah, I know it's a bad economy, Chuck, but I'm giving you tried and true material here. 13 plays, comedies, dramas, musicals, mysteries. I produced them all in Jersey and the audiences loved them. Because I can't afford to produce them in Manhattan. That's supposed to be your job, to get me producers. Shh. I'm not getting excited. Yeah, I know you're doing the best you can. I know I'm bound to make it, but I'm 53 years old. I'd just like to make it while I'm still breathing, you know? I mean, I can see it now. I die, the plays hit big, then I look down from heaven watching the kids and grandkids driving Maseratis, the time of their lives on my play royalties. Of course I love my kids. You're missing the point, Chuck! Shh. Chuck. Chucky boy. Chuck, you there? I think he hung up on me.
Really?
Yeah, there was a funny pause and then the line went dead.
Maybe it was an earthquake. They have them out there all the time.
So where you been, Tommy? Why you late?
Someone had to be here when they dropped off Uncle Joey this afternoon, right? After that, or was it a classic car show displaying my '67 GTO?
Those shows don't run this late.
Well, then I had to make a stop to pick up the cars. Here, take one. To put in the coffin in honor of Uncle Joey for having the longest running Tuesday night poker game in the back room of a deli in the history of Brooklyn. 55 years. The players may have changed, the cards may have run hot and cold, but Uncle Joey always made the best sausage, pepper, and egg sandwiches of any poker game in history. To Uncle Joey.
To Uncle Joey.
By the way, Teddy, I saw Carrie upstairs.
Oh, shit! Was the husband with her?
Louis the leg breaker? She said he's parking the car. Good thing you broke it off with that broad. You were playing with fire for a while there.
You know Carrie and I go way back. I knew her before I knew my ex-wife.
Speaking of which, your ex-wife is also upstairs commiserating with your ex-girlfriend.
Not to be confused with his current girlfriend.
Carrie is talking to Pam?
That's right. Probably contemplating a joint murder.
That's reassuring to know.
You know, one of them castrates you while the other one stabs you in the heart of your
Enough! I get the picture, Tommy.
Hell, I'm only saying all the horses are at the starting gate.
Teddy, baby!
And here comes the latest entry to the field.
Oh, Teddy, it's terrible. I don't know what to do. She's in there sobbing and babbling, sobbing and babbling.
What's she saying?
I don't know, something about gentlemen callers?
Don't worry, that calms her down. She'll be fine.
So, Tommy, oh, I'm so sorry. I was devastated when I heard the news.
Thank you.
Did you ever meet Uncle Joey?
No, but oh, I heard so much about him. Oh, hello, Ted.
Hello, Carrie. You look great.
Save it. Who's this, your niece?
This is Molly, my friend.
His girlfriend?
Oh, how nice for you, Ted. But how did she get here? Is she old enough to drive?
Yes, she is. She's also old enough to know a decent hair salon when she sees one. Would you like the number?
I'm sorry to disturb everyone, but shouldn't at least one representative of the family be upstairs? Your uncle didn't have any children, as I recall. You're all there is.
I'll go.
I'll go with him.
Fine, I'll be up in a minute.
You better be.
Don't worry, I won't steal him from you, Mandy.
It's Molly, but I prefer if you use my spiritual name, Kiki Moonblood.
Oh, you are not serious.
Keep cool, Tiger.
Kiki Moonglow? Sounds like the name of the lounge at the bowling alley. You know, they are running a special on training bras at Macy's, and Christmas is right around the corner.
All right, give me a break. She's 27 years old.
She's 27 years old? They have shoes older than that.
Hey, Pet's got a car older than that.
Stay out of this. You make me promises, Buster. What, we have one little setback and you bail out?
Little setback. You're married.
Hey, how was the leg breaker? I mean, your husband.
Stay out of this. I told you I would have left him.
Yeah, you would have left him, and then he would have left you and me floating in the East River.
Coward. The worst you would have done was broken your kneecaps.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you go fool around with another guy, let him get his kneecaps broken, get a divorce, and then we'll talk.
It's all about you, isn't it, Ted?
Yeah, well, when it comes to keeping my kneecaps intact, yeah, it's all about me.
Funny. Hey, maybe you're onto something.
Hey, don't look at me. My kneecaps are working just fine, and I want to keep it that way.
Hey, I'm being serious here. You seem to think this is some sort of Noel Coward drawing room comedy where we all sit around the living room sipping brandy, discussing our infidelities in a civil manner. You're married to a mob enforcer, for God's sakes. I know the type. No sense of humor.
Yeah? Well, maybe you should have thought about the consequences before you got involved with me again.
Hey, I'm a guy. We never think of the consequences till it's too late.
Yeah, just like back in college.
What do you mean? You were the one who moved here from the Midwest to break into acting. You were a theater major at NYU, and you throw it all away to marry that strong-arm guy.
Yeah? What did you want me to do? You and I talked about marriage after college. You kept stalling and chasing actresses. Louis paid attention to me, and he's a good provider.
You know I would have married you. Eventually.
Eventually is the story of your life, Ted. How Pam ever pinned you down, I'll never figure out.
Hey, listen, you guys, I don't think this is the time or the place.
Stay out of this!
You know what? You can date all the young actresses you want. Just remember, who was there in the beginning supporting you? Me, your college sweetheart.
I know, Carrie. I know. So now I'm single and you're married. That's the bottom line. If you ever get a divorce, then we'll talk.
Why should I get a divorce when I can't trust you as far as I can throw you?
That's not fair. People could change, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Mr. Santee, I hate to interrupt again.
Good, then don't.
But there's that matter that we need to discuss.
Yeah, right. The money I owe you.
Figures. You owe money again. Always gambling, always the cards. I should have listened to my mother. Stay away from bad boys, they're charmers, she said. But did I listen? No, I didn't listen. I never listen.
Mr. Santee.
All right, Brady, I'll be with you in a minute.
You know, Mr. Santee, you're not the only one who has problems. Right now, I have a black sheep nephew from LA who's trying to take over my funeral business, lock, stock, and barrel!
All right, relax. Take it easy. Don't get excited. You'll drop dead of a heart attack.
Oh, he'd love that. I'm his first customer. I'll be in my office.
What happened to the money for the funeral, Eddie?
It's around.
Aunt Teresa gave you the check, didn't she?
Yeah.
It was the correct amount of money, right?
Yeah.
It was made after the funeral, all right? What's the problem? Wait a minute. No. Aunt Teresa, please don't tell me you gave my brother a check for 10 grand made out of cash. Please don't tell me that.
It was just much easier that way.
Easier for who? What did you do with the money?
Well, let's see. Paid my life insurance premium, my car insurance premium, last week's vig to Louis the Leg Breaker, and then I bet the rest on the first 5 races at Belmont.
You didn't save any for Carmine?
Yeah, I can't pay everybody. Besides, if I would have won, I would have paid back everyone. Carmine, Brady, the back alimony to my ex.
And as usual, you lost, right? And now you have to deal with Carmine the loan shark.
What do you think? I paid my life insurance first.
Great. Now you owe everybody. Aunt Teresa's gonna maim you if Carmine doesn't kill you first. Poor Uncle Joey. Brady's gonna throw him out of the funeral parlor into Potter's Field.
It's gonna be fine when the insurance money comes in.
Yeah. Well, how are you gonna handle Carmine? He's getting impatient.
Don't worry, I'll handle Carmine.
keep saying that, but you never tell me how. I don't get you. Where do you get this gambling habit from? Pop didn't gamble. Grandpa didn't gamble. Uncle Joey didn't gamble. Much.
Well, Joey probably had a bet on which hearse would get to the cemetery first. He was a con man of the highest order. Remember that time he convinced Pop to go in with him on that antique furniture store in Brownsville?
It's more like a junk store.
Yeah. Hey, it wasn't a bad idea. You know how Uncle Joey thought? Always playing the angles, right? People are always finding hidden treasures in junk. How about that guy who found an original Monet under an old painting? It was worth a fortune.
Yeah, that's why they went broke. Uncle Joey never resold anything. He kept tearing the inventory apart looking for stuff. It drove Pop nuts. That crazy jacket they have him laid out in upstairs, where do you think that came from?
Oh, he loved that lucky jacket. He wouldn't part with it for anything in the world. Remember he wore it to the poker game every week? And then he won that lotto jackpot? And when he went to cash in the ticket, he reaches into his lucky jacket pocket, no lotto ticket. He tore his house apart looking for that ticket, remember? We all helped him. Me, you, Sal, Pop. Even Aunt Teresa got into the act.
You better scoop. Carmine just got here and he doesn't look happy. He's asking where you are.
Did you tell him?
No, but I think Brady might have.
I gotta hide. Where should I go?
Your bombing room. Strip naked and lie face down on one of the tables.
Me in the bathroom. I don't feel good.
Strip naked and lie down on the table? Really? I can't believe we're related.
Works for a bear attack.
No, I gotta be with Joey. I can't leave him alone up there. I gotta join him. Somebody kill me, shoot me, stab me. Oh, happy dagger.
Take it easy, Aunt Teresa.
Dizzy. Faint. I feel faint.
Come on, Aunt Teresa, back to the bathroom. I'll splash you with water.
Hey, where's Ted? I've come to pay my respects.
I haven't seen him, Carmine.
Oh yeah? Well, what about you?
Maybe you went across the street to get a cup of coffee.
Coffee, huh? Always makes me go to the can. Well, if you see him, you tell him I'm looking for him.
Yeah, you gotta pay your respects.
Exactly.
Oh,
Hey, where you going?
To the can. Just had a cup of coffee.
You don't want to use this bathroom, Carmine.
Well, why not?
It's right next to the embalming room. The smell of formaldehyde comes right through the vent. Use the one upstairs. It's much nicer.
Formaldehyde. Funny. You're a riot kid. Come on, get out of the way. Come on.
Or Ted.
You think we should help him?
He's your brother. I'm too young to die.
So am I.
Hey, is the bathroom really next to the embalming room?
There is, right through that door past the restrooms. Brady gave me a tow when I was bringing Uncle Joey this afternoon.
I think this whole funeral parlor operation is kind of creepy, don't you?
What's creepy about it? It's a great business. Good profit margins. You see, you're selling into a blind market. Nobody goes around to different funeral parlors pricing coffins like they're shopping for Pontiacs, do they? And you always have customers.
Why don't they just go on eBay and look for a used coffin?
A used coffin?
Yeah, you know, like the demonstration model in the showroom. Only used once, price to sell. All sales fine.
All sales final? Really? Did your mother drop you on the head when you were a kid?
Hey, don't talk to your cousin that way.
Stop with the hitting, Aunt Teresa.
Now, where's your brother? I gotta talk to him.
Yeah, I want to talk to him too.
That makes 3 of us. He owes me money.
Poor Ted. Ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, Aunt Teresa.
Better off taking a beating from Carmine right now.
Hello, Pamela. How are you? How are the kids?
They're fine, Aunt Teresa. It's good to see you again.
Oh, nice Italian girl. No offense, dear. Stupid nephew of mine divorces you.
Actually, I think she threw him out, Aunt Teresa.
Don't contradict me. I don't care who threw out who. You don't abandon family.
What are you hitting me for? I didn't divorce her.
Well, maybe you should have stopped them.
Maybe I should have stopped her from nagging.
Out of this. When you're Italian, there's only one way out of a marriage. Horizontal, in a box, like your Uncle Joe. Oh.
You owe me money, Buster.
Good luck trying to collect it.
Tommy, what are they talking about? Wait a minute. You did pay the funeral bill, didn't you?
Teddy, how are you? Fine. Before I walked into this hornet's nest.
No bruises or contusions? Carmine's getting good at his job. You use blackjack on your legs?
What's he talking about? I haven't seen Carmine.
You just walked into the bathroom. Did he see you?
No, I snuck into the ladies' room. I hate the smell of formaldehyde.
I didn't see you in there.
Me neither.
I was in the second stall to the left. You two were busy.
Yeah? Well, I've been busy too, pal, raising your children.
It's always nice to see you, Pam. Thank you for coming to pay your respects.
I've also been busy talking to my lawyer about having your assets seized until you come up with the money you owe me.
That would be a great plan if I actually had any assets.
Oh, yeah? Well, how does a few weeks in jail sound?
Let's see. Room, board, no Carmine. Doesn't sound too bad right now.
Don't forget about all the sex you can handle. Of course, you may not be able to sit down for a while.
You owe Carmine again? Maybe if you stop gambling, you can pay me some money.
Maybe the reason I need to keep gambling is to get you more money. That is, at least until one of my plays hits big.
You might as well just keep gambling.
Gee, that kind of support speaks volumes. No wonder we're divorced.
Mr. Santi, about my payment.
You didn't pay him? What did you do with the money I gave you?
Hey, I want a shot at him too.
You wait your turn. Oh, no. Oh, poor Joey. They're gonna throw him out of his own casket.
No.
Oh, no.
Better get used to it, Aunt Teresa. He owes me money, too.
Owes you money for what?
Fine, great. Now the picture is complete. Every single person who I owe money to is now in the room.
Not everyone. Carmine's still in the bathroom.
I lent him $3 grand to buy me a tennis bracelet. And then when we broke up, he had the nerve to ask me to give it back to him.
My tennis bracelet, Ted? You re-gifted me a used tennis bracelet and then hopped it? You hopped it?
No.
Oh, what a tangled web.
You can give me a bracelet,
Please, we need some order here. Decorum, please.
Hey, quit beating them up. What are you trying to do? Put me out of a job? Oh, I gotta quit with this coffee. It's killing me. God's sake.
I love it. I love it. This is great. A little excitement, a little compassion. Wish I had my camera.
Brady, who the hell is this guy?
My nephew Kyle. He's learning the business. Says he has some new ideas.
New ideas for a funeral home?
Absolutely. I'm an action guy, an idea man.
He's just arrived from Hollywood. He used to be third unit movie director on B movies.
Wait a minute. I was a second-rate unit movie director on C movies.
That's better?
Ooh, a movie guy. Tell me more.
Wait a minute. I'm in show business too.
She's not counting carnival acts.
Really? What do you do?
I'm a published playwright.
Really? Welcome to the 21st century. You see, it's like this. Hey, you've got great peepers. Ever acted before?
Does that high school production of Antigone count?
Sure. What's Antigone?
To play by Sophocles. Anything?
Oh, that play thing again. Who's Antigone? Does he have an agent?
Survival. In Hollywood, no one would ever think to re-gift someone a used piece of jewelry, would they?
Well, we're pretty underhanded, but we're not that bad.
I didn't think so.
You know, you look great on film. You must let me give you a screen test.
Well, I'm glad someone in here thinks I have acting talent. Care to give me a tour of the funeral home?
I'd love to. The embalming room is that way. I'm thinking of adding some new, do wallpaper, kind of decorate the place a little bit.
Ooh, how about sconces on the walls going up the stairs.
Sconces could work.
Kinda all falling apart, isn't it, Ted?
Yeah, like rats deserting a sinking ship.
40 years building a funeral business, and he wants to turn it into an amusement park attraction.
So, Ted, you and I have to have a little, private chat.
What private? We're amongst friends. In the same card game. What's on your mind?
You sure you want this, discussed in front of everybody?
I figure, what's the difference? You can only kill me once.
Yeah, well, I wanna help him.
Yeah, you got an extra blackjack, Carmine?
Well, maybe I can get you a family discount. We're having a special on discontinued caskets.
Nobody's killing nobody around here. Family is family. How much does he owe you, Carmine? Good luck trying to collect that money.
Hey, look, Ted, I don't want to be the bad guy here. I've known you for a long time. We played cards together. But I got a reputation to maintain and people to answer to. And they want their money back. Now look, I've covered for you long enough, but now I gotta start showing them some results.
Come on, can't you give him a little more time?
If I thought it would do any good, Tommy, I would. But nothing's gonna change. I sympathize with you. I don't want to be that heavy. I got a family. Heck, I go to the kids' football games. I've even got a sensitive side. Heck, me and the wife were even taking ballroom dancing lessons. Hey, that's not for public knowledge. Now I need that money tonight. Hey, you, what time does this service end tonight?
It starts at 10 and ends promptly at midnight, with the burial to take place at 9 a.m. tomorrow, as requested by the decedent in his instructions.
The decedent, huh? Look, you better have that money to me by midnight, or the decedent is gonna have some company with him for his burial come morning. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Wait, Carmine, I'll walk you up. Listen, Carmine, go easy on him. He needs his fingers to tighten.
And this time he really means it, Ted. Never seen him so worked up.
Your life insurance still in force, Ted?
What's it to you? I made the kids the beneficiaries.
Are you kidding? I took out my own policy on you. As the former wife, I have an insurable interest. And with your track record, it seemed like easy money to me.
Can't believe you married that woman.
Forget about her. When they're that bitter, it just means they still love you.
No, it usually means they're that bitter. You have a warped idea of love, pal.
Such a way with women.
You started me now too, Brady?
Oh, by the way, this was in your uncle's jacket when they brought him in. It has your name on it. I meant to give it to you earlier, but with all the excitement, well, I have things to tend to. They're bringing in a new
Stiff.
decedent tonight.
And that concludes the tour of the evening. Hope you found it both enjoyable and fascinating.
I thought the DVD player in the hearse was a nice touch.
I thought so too. Kind of gives the hearse driver something to do while he's waiting for a new stiff.
Decedent!
Right. So, Kiki Moonglow, if you're through getting acquainted over here, I got some problems to deal with.
Kiki Moonglow!
That is my spiritual moniker.
Sounds like a big band song. Kiki Moonglow in the evening. Kiki Moonglow in my dreams.
Would you knock it off? You're in a wake, remember?
Well, I'm off. Someone has to do some work around here.
I'll be right there in a minute, Unc.
Wonder what Uncle Joey wanted to tell me.
Come on, let us in on it. Read it out loud.
All right. Dear Ted, well, by now I'm dead, and you're in desperate need of money, if history is any proof. Because I knew I was dying, I thought I'd have one last laugh at your expense. A few weeks back, before I went into hospice, I found that old winning lottery ticket. At my request, I had the hospital turn off my life support last week, in case I lingered a few days, then had the wake scheduled for exactly this night. Since I made all the burial arrangements in advance, I had my friend Trixie.
Who's Trixie?
The Butana. Come to the funeral home and hide the winning ticket on the premises somewhere. Even I don't know where she hid it, and if I did, well, I couldn't tell you now anyway, could I? And here's the best part. The statute of limitations to claim the prize expires at midnight tonight. Some joke, huh? That gives you approximately 2 hours to find the ticket and avoid getting 1 or 2 of your appendages broken. And just to make it sporting, I asked my accomplice to leave a little hint as to where she intended to hide the ticket. The hint is to think like a poker player. I wish I was there to watch the frenetic searching, but by now I'm probably dealing blackjack in heaven. Or maybe a hotter place. In any event, have a nice life. Hope I don't see you soon. Ha ha, Uncle Joey.
Typical Uncle Joe. Joker to the end.
We gotta find that ticket. Come on, let's start looking!
Are you kidding me? Could have hidden it anywhere. We'd have to tear this place apart to find it.
So?
Now, we can't have that, can we? I have a possible inheritance to protect.
All right, we'll cut you in for a small percentage.
How much percentage are we talking about?
Probably enough to fund an independent movie.
Nice.
Of one of my screenplays.
Oh well, he's working in a funeral parlor.
You haven't read one of his screenplays.
How much of a budget are we talking about?
And whatever you don't spend, you can keep in salary.
All right, I'm in. What was that clue again? Think like a poker player?
Yes.
Ted, I cannot believe that you are turning this man into a common mercenary like yourself. It's disgraceful. This man has high ideals and scruples. He's from Hollywood. Kyle, I forbid you from participating in this harebrained scheme. Oh, to think that you would stoop this low just for a little financial compensation. Whoa. Kiki Moonglow is on the job, boys. Let's get cracking.
All right,
Woo!
listen, I will take the main viewing room upstairs. Tommy, you search the other viewing rooms, okay? Joe Hollywood, you search the office and any other places that we don't have access to, but Uncle Joey's Butana might have stuck into. Molly, you search both ladies' restrooms.
Why would anyone hide a ticket in there, Ted?
I have no idea, but I'm not taking any chances, okay?
What about me?
You go for coffee. We gotta stay awake. All right? We'll meet back here in an hour. Let's go.
So, do you think this lottery ticket thing is on the level?
I hope so. You know, I could use some of that money to fund my own independent movie.
Yeah, you know, Ted said you have to film one of his screenplays.
So I do a quickie job on one of his films, and I use the rest of it to fund my own independent movie.
You like that stuff, huh? I mean, making movies, all the lights, all the excitement.
Of course I do. You know, my favorite are, you know, the old gangster flicks. You know, the one with the gunman on his girlfriend and he smashes a grapefruit in the girl's face?
You know, I bet you I can play one of those gun mob girlfriends.
Really? You like grapefruit?
I'm serious. I tweeze my hair a little bit, crack some gum. Here, watch this. Let me get into character. So, Lefty, you thought that you could use me up to make your big score, and then you just go right off with some high society dame. Well, it don't work that way. I'm calling the shots now.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. They'll give you the chair.
Quit squawking. I'm not gonna let you have it right away. I wanna watch you crawl and beg first, like the low-down, double-crossing, unfaithful, philandering son of a dog you really are.
Hey, you do have talent.
I told you.
So, why are you hanging around with Grandpa?
Ted, he's all right. I mean, he's not that old, I guess. Besides, he's a lot of fun.
Ah, come on. Name one thing you have in common. You know, he listens to the Beatles, you're listening to Lady Gaga.
Hey, I like the Beatles.
That's not the point. You need someone who's more in tune with your wavelength, Kiki Moonglow.
You mean like you?
If the shoe fits.
And how exactly are you attuned to my wavelength?
Brooklyn girl, right?
Right.
Alright, let's see. she is, straight from the mean streets of Brooklyn, the city of churches. You know, she's got charm, intelligence, and deep piercing eyes like a Siamese cat. But she wants much more out of life than some 9-to-5 job, some white-collar husband at home, and 4 screaming brats. So she goes on a spiritual journey, an awakening, because she wants to experience what life has to offer. So she goes on a spiritual journey. Gone is little Molly, and out pops Tiki Moon Glow alive, because she wants to experience what life has to offer. So she must leave the confines of Brooklyn and travel the world. That about sum it up?
Oh, I think I love you.
Of course you do. I'm from Hollywood.
No, really. It's like you can see deep into my soul on a spiritual level, you know? You've pierced it with your perceptive insight and your heartfelt hubris.
Who's hubris? Is he Lady Sophocles?
Take me to Hollywood with you, Kyle. I want to experience life with you.
Sure. What about Grandpa?
Ted, he'll be fine. Women love him. Must be his boyish charm.
All right, come on, we can do it. You can be my next movie.
The star?
Don't get carried away on me, Kiki. You gotta crawl before you can walk.
Oh, Kyle, I can just see it now. You and me in Hollywood setting the world on fire. But we won't be the typical Hollywood couple. No, not us. We'll organize spiritual retreats. And we'll hold fundraisers in our honor and drive a Prius.
Hey, that does sound like a typical Hollywood couple.
We can adopt 12 children and name each one of them from a different zodiac sign. Little Leo, little Libra, little Gemini.
Wait, is Gemini a boy or a girl?
One of each. They're twins.
You know what? Let's worry about the zodiac kids later. We gotta find the lottery ticket, or I'm sending to the embalming school.
Hi, Aunt Teresa.
Come on this way.
Birmingham?
A good as place as any.
Oh, no.
As good a place as any for what? What's with those two? I thought she was dating that no-good ex-husband of mine.
Ah, she's too young for him anyway. That Ted, he's such a charmer.
I wish you would have warned me about him before I married him.
Well, why don't you try to get back together with him? I mean, you two have history on your side, children together.
Forget it. That ship has sailed.
What's the matter? I gotta slap you upside the head too? Don't you love him anymore?
It's been 10 years, Aunt Teresa.
That's right, and in 10 years, have either one of you got remarried?
No.
Didn't I kind of tell you something?
What?
Maybe the two of you still love each other, but you're too stupid or too stubborn to admit it.
Forget it. People don't change.
Exactly. And did you want to change him when you married him?
I don't think so.
Did he ever cheat on you when you were married?
I don't know when he would have had the time. We were too busy raising kids.
What went wrong, honey?
How should I know? He writes musicals. Maybe he's gay and won't admit it.
Wait a minute. What about all the women he's with?
A clever ruse to throw us off the track?
Nah, I don't think so.
Look, I don't know what he wants out of life. All I know is I still have 2 kids at home. And he's got to start taking some responsibility and forget about becoming the next Nat Schulman. Besides, I've been seeing someone. He's a real nice guy.
Good for you, honey. Is he Italian?
As a matter of fact, he is.
Oh, that's nice.
There's something funny going on around here.
Why do you say that?
Well, I've never known Ted to be sentimental or neat, but I just saw him upstairs in the viewing room, and he was looking through all the cards and the flowers and dusting under the vases. He was picking up the mass cards and dusting them off. I expect him to start vacuuming and polishing the rosary beads any second.
Oh, that's not the guy I was married to. When I was away on business once, he kept switching bedrooms each night because he was too lazy to make the beds every morning.
But that's not all. As I was passing the Plasky wake, I saw Sal and Tommy up at the casket. They don't even know that lady.
Yeah, I know those boys better than anybody, since they're babies. I think you're right, Carrie. They're up to something.
Well, let's go find out.
Sounds like them. Let's hide and listen.
Any luck searching Mrs. Pulaski?
No. It's a good thing that room was empty. As I was reaching into the casket, my hand got caught under Mrs. Pulaski's blouse, and she wasn't wearing a bra!
Only you could get to second base in a funeral home.
So what do we do now?
Well, we gotta keep looking. We gotta find that lottery ticket by midnight to get Ted off the hook.
How about we play a couple hands of poker first?
Poker? Now, are you nuts? Besides, where are we gonna play?
There's a table in the embalming room. Come on.
So there's a lottery ticket, huh?
I know Ted's a gambler, but I didn't know he played the lottery. He always said that was a sucker bet.
But that's not Ted's ticket. That's my brother Joey's. He must have found it before he died.
So what's it doing here?
There is something rotten in the state of Denmark. That's Shakespeare.
We
We know.
Any of you seen my nephew around?
Last time I saw him, he was with that chippy hippie that Ted's been dating. Maybe they're in the embalming room.
The embalming room? He doesn't have the stomach for it. I'll check back upstairs.
Maybe we should check down here.
You two go. I think I left my cell phone in my sweater up in the coat room. I'll check that room while I'm up there.
I'll check this closet.
Guess that leaves me the embalming room. All right, deal me in, boys.
Hey, there's my little Kiki. Any luck finding the ticket?
No.
Don't worry, baby. I'm bound to find it. And when I do, I'm going to be a changed man, I promise. No more carousing, no more gambling. Your teddy bear is going to take good care of you.
Ted, we gotta talk.
About what, sugar?
About my teddy bear days being over.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're thinking of hooking up with that Hollywood hack. That guy couldn't write a screenplay. Patty Chayefsky was feeding him the lines.
Oh, I don't know who Patty, whatever her name is, but that's besides the point. Kyle is a very talented writer. I think you're just jealous, Ted.
Me? Jealous of that guy? Come off it. And for your information, Patty Chayefsky is a male who happens to be the most preeminent screenplay writer of the 60s and 70s.
And that's just the thing, Ted. I don't know who he is, and this isn't 1979, and we're not dancing to disco anymore. You and I just don't fit.
What happened to you wanting a mature, sophisticated man of the world?
When you find one, you send him my way.
Nice. Nice. And I was going to borrow money from Aunt Teresa to buy you a birthday present next month.
Look, Ted, I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but we both need to be realistic about things. I mean, you and I just don't fit.
Fine. Go. Go. Go off with Ed Wood. Go make low-budget zombie movies till the cows come home. See what I care. I'm sorry. I was just blowing off steam. Guess you bruised my ego a little. You're right. It's for the best. Kyle seems like a good guy.
I knew you'd understand.
Hey, Ted, can I borrow $20?
For what?
I tried to draw to a flush and Aunt Teresa was holding a full boat.
Wait, what are you talking about? Where is everybody?
In the embalming room.
You playing cards in the embalming room? You're supposed to be looking for the ticket!
Of course, we're compulsive gamblers.
Get back in there! Are you gonna help him? Kiki Moonglow?
No, I'm not going to go in there. It's too creepy. I'll check upstairs, Ted.
Fine. Suit yourself.
You and I need to talk.
About what?
Some unfinished business.
Yeah, well, I'd love to, but I'm a little busy right now, trying not to get my limbs broken.
You've always had time for this.
What are you implying?
Well, now that Kiki's sunshine...
Moonglow.
Whatever. Now that she's out of the picture, it's time for you and I to finish what we started 30 years ago.
A senior thesis?
Our senior partnership. Only this time it's going to be permanent. Remember when I used to... So you miss that, don't you?
I have to admit I do.
And you miss me as much as I miss you?
Yeah, I guess. But now is not the time or place to be rekindling any...
This is the perfect time. Oh, and I have the perfect place.
You do? Where?
The broom closet.
Broom closet.
Gotta be someplace. Huh. Wonder if anyone checked in there. Oh, no, not me. Ooh, this whole place just gives me the creeps. Ah! Oh my God, Kyle, are you okay?
What happened?
Your first fight, huh? You gotta learn to pull your punches.
I didn't mean to hit him. It was an accident. He snuck up on me.
They usually do, don't they?
Ah!
After